genealogy. But do you know men loyal first off to silence run in my family? You ask about the women, we say women, what a scream. You ask about the men, we say men loyal only to stillness run in my family. It's not the same, do you understand, as when a man who refuses to budge withdraws into himself, as when one wounds a tree to draw its sap, but only to find the bucket come evening is empty. We're men of such stillness you hear us pulse, and loyal to nothing, like my father, whose father was a man who, when he saw himself, said, I am too small. I'm too small within this world. I'm too full of talk. In my life, I would live, could I live, as a potato bug loves, which means beating myself into the ground when I need you. And then comes the sun, and the sun draws its cutlass, and Opa's tongue is the first off to silence. This story I learned my father wouldn't tell me, for though he was a man who couldn't read music, he still found a way to write it. His life a short movement composed solely of rests. 2 sons he had, 2 summers far too loud. Now I'm finished with my strings, he says. Enough hammer, enough sustain, that's the end. We're men loyal first off to sustenance or sentence. You ask about the women, we say what women we have are women who have nothing. There is my brother leading a horse whose hunger is so loud it shakes the earth, shakes the trees, and when the apples fall, he eats. And if she feeds, he feeds her only from his knife. And if she rides, he rides her only when he leaves. And then there's me. I'm loyal only to when I tell myself, that boy who has written across his wrist, I'm God, would make a good son, but only if his voice is a silence in which now I might appear. You ask about his mother, and he says, Mother, let her rip. They're men who mean something different than you when they say we are loyal first off to the end.